hold on real quick, because that's the first I've heard. And I done played in some cold games. Negative 17s, negative 13s, negative 22 with the wind chill kicking in. Hold on. I ain't never heard of them putting the chicken broth in the water.
On camera, Shady was saying that you got to put chicken broth in the water bottle in Buffalo.
Bro, so
that's how cold it is.
And look, and then we got the ice cold water, because you know it's cold out there. Yo, let's say you miss your mouth, pause, the water falls on the ground. Before it hits the ground, it's frozen. And he want to tell me Buffalo ain't cold. Okay.
I said it ain't cold. That game up.
Okay.
Speaking of cold, the Chiefs' first playoff game last year was -7 against the Dolphins. They didn't care. They beat the Dolphins down. Chiefs' first playoff game this year, it won't be as cold, but it will be chilly in the stadium because them boys about to be hitting. I'm going to say something. I don't know if anybody else going to say it. Chiefs should be concerned about this game. Chiefs should be concerned about this game. You can roll back around whenever you got time, Shady. Roll my dog back around. Roll my dog back around. If you know DeMeco Ryans, like I know DeMeco Ryans, play with me in Philly, like Shady knows DeMeco Ryans.
I love it, brother.
The Chiefs should be concerned about this game. If you know the Texans defense, like I know the Texans defense, like I trust y'all at home who watch the Texans defense know the Texans defense, the Chiefs should be concerned about this game. At every level defensively versus the Chiefs offense, the Texans should win. The corners. Y'all seen what Lassiter and Stingley did last week?
Really good play.
What? The pass rushers. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, best pass rushing tandem in football, led the league in sacks as it pertains to a tandem. The Texans linebackers. Their head coach is a former linebacker, defensive rookie of the year. You don't think them linebackers about to be ready? So, not to mention they played each other just 3 weeks ago on Christmas Day. Advantage Texans because you've already gotten used to Mahomes. Chiefs should be concerned about this game. I've told you why. I'll show you why momentarily. Team, do you have any concerns about the Chiefs?
You want to show some tape?
I have slight concerns. I do because the Kansas City Chiefs starters would have 23 days off. That's a long time. But then I look and say, oh, Andy Reid is a head coach. He's 32-7 off of a bye. So that alleviates some of the concerns, but if I'm not mistaken, doesn't everybody say the Chargers' offensive line is one of the best in football? That's what everybody says.
That's what they say.
Man, the Houston Texans D-line carved them boys up. Andy Reid gonna slow him down because he's so smart of a play caller that he's gonna give him misdirection, he's gonna give him screens. So he's gonna do those type of things to slow him down. Now, are they gonna be smart enough and understand that's some of the challenges they gonna have? There's so many games with the Kansas City Chiefs where say, nah, they gonna lose this game. 15, come on, guy, I got you. Get on my back. He plays Superman so many times, and so I do have slight concerns. Until I see 15 not make the play, it's almost hard to pick against him. But I am concerned because of that defensive line that you just said, them bookends. The Chiefs do not have good tackles. But Andy Reid will slow them down by giving them misdirection and screens. I just want to see what is or what will be the Texans' answer to that. But I'm slightly concerned. I am.
I am concerned about a slow start. I am zero concerned about winning the football game.
Thank you, James. Thank you.
Now, you have had a lot of time off, so first couple drives might be a slow start. Let's get in the rhythm. They are going to win this football game because that is what the Chiefs do. That is what Patrick Mahomes does. That's what Andy Reid does. They have gotten healthier. Hollywood Brown is going to be fresher. They are going to be a better football team out there. The Kansas City Chiefs win football games. Concerned about a slow start? I am not concerned about them winning this football game at all. You know, it's really, really crazy that you can be a 3-time Super Bowl champion, that at your worst, it's AFC Championship. And we still sit up here in topics.
That's what I'm saying.
Concerned about.
That's what I'm saying, James. That's what I'm saying.
Still got to play the game.
The Kansas City Chiefs have played almost a whole year more football than everybody else in the National Football League because they done been to Super Bowls and playoff games and AFC Championship games. They deserve this rest.
This is sad.
Slow start, concerned about winning the football game in Kansas City with these dudes that's been winning and getting the AFC Championships like it's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm not concerned about that at all.
Hey.
And then before I even get my take, I just want to get the everything right. So You're concerned, you're baby concerned, right?
Concerned, just slow start, but
Okay,
I'm not about winning.
and you're saying because the way that they played the Chargers?
Texans defense. The way they played all year.
Talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, man. They talking about getting a three-peat, and that's what you telling me? The best coach in football, Andy Reid, and you talking about you concerned? You concerned with Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback, and you concerned? What's wrong with you? C.J. Stroud against Patrick Mahomes on the road?
On the road.
I cannot believe I'm disappointed. You know, on TV, man, a lot of times you get your takes, and I'm like, yo, that's my boy, because he studied film, he knows his ball, and he's educated. And then when you say stuff like that, it's like I look crazy. Yo, Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs is 15-3 for a reason. Only thing he does, I don't care what the regular season looks like, in the playoffs he plays better. He elevates his team. Last year, we seen it. On the road, he gave you that show. They had concerns. Can he win on the road? Okay, he did that. Check.
Yeah.
Can you beat the AFC Ravens with Lamar Jackson MVP?
On the
Check.
road,
With the #1 defense. And then we go to the Super Bowl, and what did you do? You won. Okay, you said concerns about the defense of the Texans, right? Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, they didn't see better defense. Every time they play the Niners, they whoop on them. And I'm not talking about Niners this year. I'm talking about the real dominant Niners, where you ain't scoring touchdowns. You ain't running the ball on them, right? That Niners defense, they spanked on them dudes.
Yeah.
The Eagles. The Eagles defense.
Talk about it.
When they played them in the championship, that year they were, third in the most sacks?
Yeah.
So they seen pass rushers. They have great tackles. What did that do? Ended up in red confetti. And you talking about having concerns. I'm concerned for the facility if Acho is giving them takes.
And not only that, though, we talking about Patty in the offense every time we want to talk about losses. We don't ever talk about the Chiefs' defense and how stingy this Chiefs' defense is.
Did you just hear everything you just said?
I did.
Isn't this one of the worst Chief offenses we've seen in a long time?
No.
You're talking about the offenses that was up and down the field. This offense is struggling.
Before you keep going, before you start, just know this. The #1 receiver on the team was out. The #2 receiver on the team was out. And the #1 running back for a while was out. And they still find a way to only lose one game. Now them brothers is back. Not only are they back, they're practicing together.
Not only that, they're winning games off of defense. I hope some of your tape is Kansas City Chiefs defense, too, because they're giving up 19 points a game.
I think games obviously come down to the quarterback because we're talking about 15. Patrick Mahomes is different. But what I'm also concerned for is, and again, I don't mind. I don't play for the Chiefs, so I don't really care. What I'm also concerned about is this. C.J. Stroud, I believe he has it. I believe like Joe Burrow had it. Joe Burrow's not better than Pat. Joe Burrow has it. I think it is the ability to do what it takes, regardless of what it takes, whenever it takes it. Y'all remember the Chargers were beating the Texans down up until the last drive of the second half, second to last drive. Fumble snap. It goes over C.J. Stroud's head on 3rd and 16. He picks it up. 34-yard gain. Look at the score, y'all. 6-0 Chargers. Chargers completely dominant. Texans go on to score on that drive. The next clip you're about to see, C.J. Stroud is not a running quarterback. A 27-yard scramble, the longest scramble of his career and the most important game of his career, they get 3 points, the game was over. It went to 10-6. I'm suggesting this. In the event C.J. Stroud is as good as, but really better than we think, I'm concerned because I believe C.J. Stroud has it. Joe Burrow, I don't think he's all that fast. I don't think he's all that strong, but Joe Burrow just has it. When I was watching that game 2-5 and James Jones, I'm sitting there like, yo, C.J. Stroud, you got it. And in the event C.J. Stroud isn't scared of Arrowhead, he's not scared of Pat, he's not scared of Spags, he's not scared of Andy Reid. In the event C.J. Stroud is one of them ones, and he's about to ascend into one of them ones, there's concern for me in that.
Number one, as football players, we ain't scared of nobody, so C.J. ain't going to be scared. But from being a defender, I want to know how you think the Texans is going to get to 20 points with really just Nico Collins at the pass catcher, because Tank Dell is gone, Diggs is gone.
Tough.
And you got Joe Mixon in the backfield. And we know what Chris Jones and them do to the run game. Right? So that's going to be taken away. True. So you telling me C.J. Stroud and Nico going to just dominate this Chiefs defense at home. Where's the points coming from is what I'm saying. Because Patty and them going to score because they got all their arsenals back. Where's the points coming from?
The Chiefs ain't scored like this all year.
You heard his last point. He said they got their whole arsenal back.
They got their whole arsenal back.
All that speed. A lot of speed out there.
But you got to score points to win. Where's the Texans, Acho, and you watching the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and you don't have two of your best wide receivers? Where is the points coming from?
To me, it has to come from C.J. being special. I don't know who he completed that pass to, that 34-yard pass, the fumble snap. It wasn't Nico, and I know it wasn't Mechie. I know it wasn't
Schultz.
It might have been Schultz, to T's point. It has to come from from C.J. Stroud being special. Again, I compare this Texans team. I did it before the season. I did not foresee the injuries. T.S., well, I'm glad you're here. I compare this Texans team to the Bengals team that beat the Chiefs. You got two quarterbacks that have it, Burrow and Stroud. You got Joe Mixon in the backfield, on both teams. You had a dominant receiving core. Before all the Texans' injuries, you had a dominant receiving core with the Bengals, obviously. At the time, you had Jamar Chase, Higgins, and they had number 83.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd. Before the season started, you had Nico Collins.
Hold on. And they had Joe Mixon.
Correct.
The offense, the Bengals.
Texans got Joe Mixon,
I know,
too.
but
so that's what I'm saying.
Joe Mixon with all them three.
Before the season started, I said this Texans team was going to beat the Chiefs. I said this Texans team was going to go to the Super Bowl.
with the roster that they had.
Before the season started.
Okay.
So I'm still sticking to, now I'm concerned. I don't think the Texans beat the Chiefs.
Wait.
But I'm still sticking to the fact of, I think Stroud has it. I think Stroud
like that. I believe you.
I like C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
I really do. He played special this year to you?
No. Neither did Pat.
But you
Exactly right.
So take that,
and I'm foreseeing that C.J. could do the same. That's what I'm foreseeing.
How can we do that?
Because think about what C.J. played awful all season, and I listen to Shady. Awful all season. But in the playoffs, he played special. You feel me? Like in the playoffs, he's played special.
He played well, bro. I'm not gonna say he played special. I think he's eventually gonna have an it factor. I don't think he has it right now. You use Joe Burrow as a comparison. That's not a good comparison.
Why not?
I watched Joe go to Arrowhead and go crazy.
That's what I'm foreseeing right now. That's what I'm saying could happen. But it hasn't happened yet.
Even before that, Joe has showed, like, this dude's the real deal. He took that franchise that was regular.
What CJ do, Shady?
But they won one game last year.
They went to the playoffs, won a game.
Okay, I respect that. But I'm saying, like, we got to be a little bit more respectful, though. I need to see it more. This year, I watched you talk about how he might have a sophomore slump.
Correct.
Right? And you telling me with a sophomore slump year, you're going to go to the playoffs and beat the freaking Kansas City Chiefs,
But remember, 2-5, like if we completely remove our biases, remember, T, you know better than anybody. The year the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, regular season record was 10-6.
No doubt.
What was the Texans' record this year? I believe it was 10-7. 10-7. Yeah, at the time was like there's a lot of parallels.
But it also
a lot of parallels.
But you need help though. Yes. For example, like when I watch Joe Burrow, even as phenomenal he is in the it factor he has, I watch him throw an 8-yard hitch route.
Correct.
And Jamar Chase takes it 80 yards for a touchdown. Right. Now, the books is going to say, yo, Joe Burrow, but when you watch the game, all I'm saying is when I watch C.J. Stroud is a good quarterback. Yeah. And he's young. He's going to be one of the top elite, top five guys eventually.
No question.
But right now, today, you got to go against number 15 for the Chiefs, and you talk about concern? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all.
For me, though, C.J. Stroud is going in here, and he don't have enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know what's going to happen. He could play well.
I know what's going to happen.
But he don't have enough. Like, you're telling me to be concerned about a quarterback coming there with less than Patty to beat Patty at home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that. Patrick does that. He goes and plays with less. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen people coming to his building with less. Joe Burrow came in there with more. Uh-huh. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon in the backfield. That's coming in there with more.
They're quiet, and it's saying a lot.
It's because they're not taking into account you got Daniil Hunter, you got Will Anderson, you got Derek Stingley, you have Lassiter. Those are main positions that can slow down everything the Chiefs
Great players.
Incredible. They can slow down everything the Chiefs want to do.
And he's seen them before, though. Pat's seen them before.
Lassiter's a rookie. He ain't playing like a rookie no more. He not playing like a rookie anymore. Right. And the way he played last week, he gonna be so confident. I'm not saying the Texans are gonna win. I'm like,
it sounds like it.
No, we're not. That's not at all what we're saying.
I'm saying
the spread.
The Chiefs should be concerned. This Chiefs team is led by their defense. Every Chiefs team has been led by their offense in previous seasons.
I'll say this.
8-point spread.
I'll say this and I'm done with it. Vegas knows something. 8-point spread. I watched this same team you guys keep hyping up. Oh, this great talent. Defense, offense. Was it Christmas? Because I'm spending time with my family. Everybody's happy. Kids are smiling. I turned the game with my dad, right? We was watching. What that game look like?
It was bad.
It was close until Tank got hurt.
I watched the Texans against the Packers.
It was close. I won my bet in the first half. It was over.
Like I say, the game was not over. I think it was 17-16 in the third quarter.
When the Ravens played.
Oh, you're talking Ravens.
Christmas.
I thought you were talking about
Christmas. Christmas with the kids and the freaking milk and the cookies. Yo. My son like, Dad, the game's over with. I'm like, son, second quarter. It's not over.
Hey, they're a different team.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.